Well, this is the whole thing. I felt like being on this show, it changed my mind completely. Yes, I visited prisons before. Yes, I've had family in prison before. And of course, I was like, oh my God, they're terrible. They're bad people. They're this, they're that. This is what our show does. You get to see the human. You get to see why they got in there. You get to see the injustice. Like literally, you could go to prison for something really small and you could get stuck in the system. You know what I mean? I am actually speaking to someone in there right now, and it's terrible. And she made one mistake, and anyone could have made that mistake. And now she is not treated like a human. They treat her like an animal. And it's true. It's messed up, and guards, you know, not all of them are good. You know what I mean? Just like there are bad people in prison and there are bad people outside of prison, you know? But I believe there are a lot of innocent people in prison. And it's beautiful to watch their stories, and instead of judging them, get to know them first. And I never feel like my show is like, I'm a show and it's about women in prison and it's a stereotype show. I don't feel that at all, because it's reality. There are all types of women in prison, and we're showing you the truth. You know what I mean? And I feel like maybe we're bringing awareness. I mean, for Obama to talk about Orange is the New Black, that, you know, when we first came out, that was huge. That to me seems like, you know, people are watching and we're bringing awareness and we're starting conversations. Even in the LGBTQ community, like I get emails from little girls saying, you know, I watched this show with my mom and it, you know, helped me come out to my family and they understand me and I'm not alone, and all these, you know, beautiful things. And we've inspired TV pretty much, you know. People are starting to make more diverse shows and all types of shows, and it's just really cool to be a part of the beginning of that, you know.
I think it's a long form storytelling, so they can really get to know who you are and the nuances of your character. And now you're kind of the heroes to some of these little girls and little boys that kind of want to understand. I mean, you're probably, these characters are some of the few ones they've actually been able to spend a lot of time with and understand who they really are, not just a movie or something. I mean, in a movie, you only have so much time.
Yeah, you kind of don't remember so much. Yeah.
It always has to be limited, right?
That's why I feel like, especially with this binge watching, people are like, you made it overnight, because season 1, literally, the next day, people knew who I was.
That's crazy. Yeah,
but it took me like 15 years to get there.
Right. And I want to hear about your story. We're going to go through this for sure. Prison reform, if there's one thing that you think people should just think about or focus on when it comes to prison reform, what is it? Or is it just the fact that we should try to look at these people differently?
Yeah, that's the thing. You need to maybe, look at them. They're just like us. We're human beings. Like, I know that there are bad people in the world. I understand this. I get it. And you need, you know, but locking people up in a box is, it's just insane, you know, no windows, you know, like, it's just, I'll tell you a story. It was Christmas time. I'm a part of, you know, I work a lot with the Women's Prison Association, besides the Justice League with Carmen Perez. And this woman, you know, was arrested during Christmas. And it was just, maybe it was something that she knew. You know, if you know something and you don't, you know, talk, you know, turn them in or something, you could get in trouble. So that's why she was in there, because she didn't snitch, right? So she was arrested during Christmas, and a lot of people were not there. So they didn't bring her water. So she had to bathe with milk for 5 or 6 days during Christmas. And she was a teacher, you know, she's a good human being, you know, she made a mistake. She told the truth, really, and she got in trouble for it. You know what I mean? And it's just heartbreaking how easily you can get trapped in the system.